Oh, you all. Hello, it is Tease. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. So, I guess the question is, does appearance matter? And I would say one part is yes, the other part is no. The part that does matter, like, okay, appearance matters if you're trying to influence or if you're trying to persuade or trying to gain the business or the attention of the crowd. Your appearance should be right, or maybe even wrong, because sometimes if people look ridiculous, that gets a lot of attention too. So I would say appearance only matters when you're trying to influence and persuade, so to speak. Like if I want to influence you to do business with me or to even listen, perhaps my um, appearance should be presentable. So there was a lady who she had information, like useful information on, like surviving economic crashes and pretty much coming together with like-minded people, basically surviving the economic chaos. Um, as far as building, having side hustles, or staying on top of the BS. But as far as her appearance, is kind of like the makeup that she wore was a little bit less than drag makeup. And I understand, like I say, the appearance shouldn't matter if you have a good message. But it's like sometimes if I gotta look at you, they're probably not gonna take you seriously if you look in a certain way, so to speak. Because like I said, I can give the best information and it can tell you how to survive this or that. But it's like if I'm naked or looking, you're probably not gonna get the full message because I'm too busy looking at your bold lashes or your bold makeup. And I only say that too because she also mentioned, she said she'd been to I think it was either Africa or Jamaica, where she said she's seen a lady where now mind you, these people are hungry, and impoverished, but she said that the lady had on a wig and had on new clothes. So it's like that shows where the priorities are. It's like, okay, these people are so worried about appearance. You can care less if you eat or took a shower. But she said the lady, mind you, said the lady was musty and everything, and didn't appear to eat, but you had on a wig and new clothes. And so a lot of people, they said they're gonna, instead of running and investing in things that'll sustain them, they'll go for the material things. Like, okay, well, let me go get, instead of me buying food, I'm gonna buy a wig. Or instead of me buying food, I'm gonna buy some shoes. Instead of me buying food, clothes, or shelter, I'm gonna buy an iPhone. And in another scenario, and even in the same day, with a lady, I guess the husband, he asked his wife, he was like, well, I don't have enough money for to pay for dinner. Could you let me hold some money so I can pay for dinner? Because I didn't realize that I overspent, before we came to dinner. She was like, oh sure, I'll give you my last. I'll even give you my wig money. And then she said, hold on, no, I ain't gonna go that far. But I'm thinking, like, if your wig money is your last, you would more than likely get the wig. So it's kind of like, is the wig up there with the mask, so to speak? So it's kind of like, okay, you have a safety drawer. A drawer has a gun in it, a mask, and a wig. And an intruder comes in, you open the drawer. And I'm thinking, like, the average person will either reach for the wig or the mask. And I'm just because that was the same thing. Almost wanted to put it in a movie. Like, okay, oh my gosh, let me go run upstairs to the closet, get my gun, and instead of grabbing the gun, they reach for the mask because this is for safety purposes. People go too far with the mask. They go too far with these wigs, and I, I guess I have seen it. I haven't seen it firsthand, but I've seen it in a picture. You have people who barely or don't have anywhere to stay, but you have a Ferrari, so I guess they're living in their Ferrari. There was one where this guy literally was living in a shack. Like, I'm thinking the shelter was like I don't even know what to call it, but some kind of panel, like it's held up on four sticks and a little panel thing, like a little, whatever it was, the panel sitting on top, and his Ferrari or Maserati was parked just under that. And I'm thinking, like, so you're riding a Ferrari or a Maserati with basically nowhere to park it, because wherever he was parking was home, and it was, Lord help. But yeah, so and this is why a lot of people are going to be in trouble because the priorities are effed up. People are so worried about appearing to, oh, my stomach might be growling, but I got a new watch on, or I might stink, but I got on new shoes. So it's kind of like, man, people's priorities are effed up. And the stuff that these people would rather have, like say with the shoes, clothes, and wigs, people would die behind this stuff too. So instead of them dying from starvation, they would die over getting their hands on these wigs. And that's what the lady said too. She was like, yeah, people, and they will. She said before they buy some food, they'll buy some wigs. And she's like, ah. And I got bundle deals on that too. I guess so if you want to, you can get rich in this recession, because somebody's gonna reach, again, they're gonna reach for a wig or reach for the mask before they reach for something that's really gonna help them. So I guess if you're selling masks, wigs, and clothes, you're gonna do real great in this upcoming recession, because people's priorities are effed up. They don't want to eat, they want to look good. So with that being said, lose the materialism. Oh goodness, yeah. Anyway, but hope all are well, hope all are safe.